I have one more idea I'm wanting to try. Just see how it works out, see what it does. And that idea is, what if I essentially try to eat a normal amount of calories, but I eat only lamb? Just lamb. Just buy lamb from the grocery store, cook it in the skillet. That's it, not really much butter or salt if I add any at all. The curiosity is just like, what effect would that have on my body? And it's more so just trying to find how different things would affect me in terms of different nutrition and try to find what would be the healthiest thing for me. Now, of course, everything works differently for different people. Different people have different nutritional needs. I just want to see what kind of effect this would have on me. In addition to that, even if it were to have a good effect on me, doesn't mean it wouldn't have a completely catastrophic effect on any of you. Same regard, even if it has a bad effect on me, there's not to say it wouldn't have a good effect on you. And of course, all things should be done in moderation. I'm more so just being a little extreme in my approach on this, just to, I guess, eliminate variables. I don't know. Aside from that, my right big toe is bleeding. Not a lot. Just, I guess the nail's cutting into me for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I usually keep all my nails really short, so I don't know why it's doing this. I mean, it's not any longer than it would normally would be. It's like if I wanted to cut it, it's physically not long enough to cut. But yeah. So that being said, it's my third time brushing the teeth for the day, so I noticed that, so I was like, took out some hydrogen peroxide and just pour it in the sink to hear, and I could definitely hear a fizz. I'm like, okay, so I haven't poured any into my foot yet, but basically after I do this video, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just pour some hydrogen peroxide into my toe, because like I said, it's bleeding a little bit, so I guess I should make sure not to, shouldn't be affected. I'm probably a good idea if I'll probably soak it in some Epsom salt or something later. So I don't know why that's doing that, but then again, there was a thing like about 2 years ago I was bitching about, like, I think it was, no, it was on the left foot, which is perfectly fine, but for some reason the left toenail just sort of started dying. Then I was working a lot of overtime, so who knows. But that's perfectly healthy. Just, yeah, nail seems fine, just seems to be cutting into me, and my toe is bleeding. So I'm just going to pour some hydrogen peroxide into that. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, consult your doctor before trying any of these ideas I have. I'm just like, since I have this opportunity, I don't have to worry about a massive change in energy levels for, like, because obviously if you're going to drive really far distance, or if you're going to be working a job, like the job I was working was a manual, labor job that would require me to be standing all the time. And I was literally, initially when I was left that job, I had to take a few weeks to sort of just walk and let my knees heal from the fact that the way I'd be turning was putting way too much torque on my knees. Then again, I was drinking this constant Red Bull and caffeine and washing out caffeine pills with Red Bull and Monster energy drinks and shit. Which I haven't had energy drinks in forever. I miss them. But yeah, I went the first month without any Pepsi, and then I went back to drinking this stuff. I've tried a few different ideas, and though I know that first week I just, unrelated reason, just I was sick for a few days. And I've tried a few different ideas, including fasting and stuff like that. And heck, I think it was like a couple weeks ago or something, I wanted to try to do a 0-calorie fast. It only lasted a few days, and I was hungry, and I just wanted to eat. So, and even then, it's just like, that being said, for the most part, my body really hasn't changed in any way. If anything, I feel like I'm just getting fatter and less muscle. But I'll say this, at least I don't, like when I was working My knees, back, shoulder blades, everything hurt so fucking bad. Had constant migraines and had constant chest pain. I mean, I'd be laying in bed and my knees would be throbbing, even though I'd be laying down, and I'd be having headaches, and, well, I'd be having chest pain laying down in bed. So obviously that's not good, but that's improved since, I sleep better and not stress the fuck out from my job. No, granted, I'm going to have to get another job very, very soon. So again, this last opportunities I'm really going to have to. Now I was saying a similar thing with the. And of course, we're getting a little bit of a deja vu here. Before I tried the 0-calorie fast idea, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, got a cheeseburger, some buffalo wings. I didn't even finish the buffalo wings because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go straight into not eating anything after this, and I think after like 50 or so hours, my body was like, no. Granted, I've done a few attempts at this, and by this point, I'm like, okay. And of course, I just been eating junk. Heck, I got Wendy's for breakfast. It's May 11th, 2024, 12:07 Eastern Standard Time here in Ohio, in America. Apparently, there was an aurora borealis last night. I went out at 1:30 in the morning, and I couldn't see anything. I think it was the day before that, or a day before that. There was a light storm outside. I decided to actually record a little bit of a webcam, but by the time I actually decided, why not I'll record some of it, it mainly died down. It was just barely sprinkling. So next time there's like a huge, big storm, maybe I'll try that again, provided I actually have the opportunity by then, because I'll probably be, I don't know, maybe by the time it actually has a storm, I'll already be working again. And that's another thing, I can't really do a major change to diet if I was working or something, because I don't want to work, be doing a job and then like pass out or not be able to focus correctly or do a bad job at whatever I want to whatever I do. Same regard, if I have to drive a distance commute to something, I don't want to not focus well enough and then get hit by a semi truck or some shit. So obviously you have to be careful about changing your diet too much if you're going to have to, But yeah, I'm still glad I quit that fucking job. Because again, they just kept raising the quotas to impossible levels, and they were treating everything like shit, and everything was fucking breaking. Honestly, that company itself was already having financial problems, so it was having to lean to the idea of, laying people off. So I was like, okay, at that point, that company's not going to last. So there's no future there anyway. And even then, I was fucking miserable. But like I said, the little bit deja vu thing. Before I tried that 0-calorie fast idea, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings. So today, after I pour some hydrogen peroxide into my foot, like I said, it's only a tiny bit of blood, not much. It's not like I fucking cut my foot open or some fucking shit. Just for some reason, toenail wants to bleed. So that's obviously hurts. But the hydrogen peroxide should fix that. That'll probably fucking sting pouring that in there. Fuck. Not looking forward to that. But after I do that, maybe I'll hop back in the shower again, even though I've already showered today, but then I gotta take 15 showers a week. I like smelling good. I've never been to an anime convention, even though I really like anime. But one thing I've heard people say that people at anime conventions smell bad, and I don't understand that. I like to smell good. I don't understand why somebody would want to smell bad. I take like 15 showers a week. I stand in there like fucking Vegeta. And I usually tend to wear like 2 types of cologne. And quite a bit of deodorant. So, now granted, there's sometimes I would hang out with people when I was younger. I might smell a little bit, but usually it's like, I was younger. I didn't have a car. And even then, even when I was like a little bit older and there'd be people close to me, they're like, hey, I'm not allowed to have cars over, like, okay, so you're not willing to come over and pick me up, and you're not willing to let me drive my car over to you. It's like, fine, whatever, I like to walk, I'll walk. And of course it smelled a little bit like, hey, it's like 90-something fucking degrees outside, sunny out, and I just walked 2 miles to get here. Yeah, I don't think any amount of deodorant's gonna cover up like walking 2 miles in like 90-degree weather in the sun. But yeah, in general, like if you're going to like an anime convention or something like that, why wouldn't you want to smell good? I don't know. Then I have a I can't pronounce it. The Zaro and the Ferragamo, whatever it is. Don't use it very. I tend to use the cheaper stuff when just out about, and if I'm actually doing some sociable, I'll wish wear that stuff. But then yeah, I don't really do anything sociable really anymore. Let's see. But yeah, it's May 11th, 2024, 12:12 p.m. So I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna pour some hydrogen peroxide into my toe. Then I'm going to probably hop back in the shower, and then I'm gonna drive out to an Applebee's. Like I said before, I did the 0-calorie fast idea. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings. So before this idea, I'm going to drive out to Applebee's and get some food at an Applebee's. Some Pepsi, because they have Pepsi on tap there. So I'll have some really good Pepsi and whatever else would be good to have at Applebee's. And then from there, I'll see what happens if I eat only lamb. What effect that would have on the body. And again, like I said, regardless of the effects of this, I wouldn't suggest you try this unless you discuss it with a doctor first. I just want to see what effect it would have on me. I'm of course hoping it has a good effect in terms of building muscle, losing fat. And of course, I know you can't really do both of those things at the same time. But hey, I just want to give that a try, see what happens. That toe does hurt quite a bit, though. But yeah, just yeah. So yeah, that's just the idea I'm having, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna pour some hydrogen peroxide in my foot. I'm gonna take a shower again. Then I'm going to go to Applebee's, get a lot of Pepsi and some ice cold carbonated Pepsi, and heck, I've been watching a bald British YouTuber playing The Binding of Isaac. Bit of a slumber party, if you will. Of just, the random dumbass I am watching 3.5-year-old videos that someone on the other side of the planet recorded. That were originally live videos, are just VODs now. But hey, I think they're funny. And I enjoy watching them. Everyone's like, you sound like the most boring person on the planet, Lunar. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I mean, could you imagine hanging out with me? Like, yeah, let's drink some Pepsi and watch somebody else play a video game on the internet. But, yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, I like watching anime, and heck, I'm the kind of person who decides to walk down a bike trail. Like I said, there's a couple of those parts of the bike trail that are like little bridges over like these streams that are 10 to 20 feet wide, depending on how much rain is accumulated. And sometimes it is nice just to stand there and watch the water go by in the stream. Yeah, I'm based like Shikamaru from Naruto. I like to just lay there and watch the clouds sometimes. And it's just, yeah. I guess I've never been an athletic person. I'm more so a person who just likes to read a lot and listen to music and just chill. Play some video games. Heck, I'm the kind of person who just sort of listens to music and just space out or walk back and forth and just sort of, or just let myself get lost in some sort of daydream or thinking about random stuff of anime or imagining myself as an anime character. And everyone's like, that's not productive at all. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's not. Like, I understand, like, Like I tend to read like light novels, or I tend to read the Bible, or I'll tend to read like Warhammer books and stuff. And obviously, none of these things will ever make me any money or really improve my life in any way other than just my own morbid curiosity of just wanting to read things. Even if I've already read the story before, I'll read it again. I have an obsessive and addictive personality. But yeah, well, I guess it's kind of odd to do the intro at the end of the video, but might as well. Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and I am going to stop this video, pour some hydrogen peroxide into my toe, which is noticeably painful at the moment. Burp into the microphone. Then I'm going to drive a bit of a ways to go to the closest Applebees, drink a bunch of ice cold, really carbonated, awesome Pepsi, and some Applebees food. And then I will try starting an all lamb diet where I eat nothing but lamb and see what that does. And like I said, regardless of how it affects me, don't take that for evidence how it affects you. And if you ever consider doing something like this, talk to a doctor first. You know, talking to your doctor is very important. Also suggest watching the animes Overlord and Reincarnated as a Slime and Konosuba and ReZero and quite a few other animes. In fact, Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. Heck, at one point I made a video, I think almost 3 years ago, called The Ministry of Off-Brand, Anomalous Anime. And yeah, it was just me being a dumbass, just like, it's like, I think this will be funny, and of course it's not, but whatever. Then I wrote a parody video about Nekos. And then again, I went to Floor 9000 in the Binding of Isaac, Infinite Basements. And it's not like that's something that's hard, it's just something that most people wouldn't care enough to do. You know, it's not difficult, it's just, you just have to sit down and do it. The question is, I don't think anyone in the world actually cares enough to try to beat that record. Not that the world record accomplished anything other than I just felt like making a Dragon Ball Z joke. It's over 9,000. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys around. Later.